Hello, hello, hi. It is Queen Jamila. I wanted to come. I'm not doing a reading, but this is just a general talk that I want to have.
Hello, hi.
Whoops. I don't know why that does that sometimes. I always try to pause it. Um, your ex. How to tell if your ex is full of it and only wants to cause problems. First of all, your ex is an ex for a reason. Okay, because they brought probably toxic energy into your life. They probably were a very toxic person. You probably had emotional problems, mental problems, physical problems. It just wasn't a good match. Please believe that if a love partner, if you hook up with a love partner and you have nothing but, bad energy and you're feeling drained and you feel and it's just nothing good, right? That person was constantly causing drama every other day. How do you tell if they're full of it? If it's only been 3 days since you have broken up with that person and they're contacting you, they're full of it. Now it depends on how they're contacting you. If they're doing, hey Milton, if they're doing little subtle things and not able to contact you directly, that's your first clue. So if they're doing weird things like driving past your house and, you know, calling folks and talking about you and harassing you at work, that is not somebody that wants to be with you and wants to have a long lasting, feasible relationship with you. This is somebody that is full of it and they only want to start trouble. A person that you break up with and you tell them the reason why you break up with them and they're contacting you days later, literally days later, it's only been like 3 days or a week. They couldn't even wait a moon cycle. Trust and believe they're full of it. And I've actually talked to people who have had people, certain types of people that are exes, and these exes just obsess. And they obsess. And they obsess. And they obsess. Day and night. And you're not thinking about them because guess what? They created very unpleasant circumstances in your life, maybe even sent you through some trauma. They may have even gotten you beat up, robbed, damn near killed. And these people do a lot of different things in the name of so-called love. That's why I put quote unquote ex. That is not somebody that has thought about what they did and they're ready to change. And more than likely, they're not going to change. This is one of the reasons why I started working with Lilith. Because if you are a woman that dealt with a man and you say, hey, listen, it's over. I don't like the way you're treating me. Hey, musically inclined. And he sends out angels and stuff and sends out folks to do his bidding. Then you've got Adam and Lilith syndrome, the same thing that Adam did to Lilith. A person that has went through any kind of big time change, they probably have been gone out of your life for a while. And you even got to test them and figure it out. And you can tell whether or not they're full of it. Okay, exes are an ex for a reason. Some of y'all exes are merely feeding a demon. Some of your exes, that's what they're doing. They're feeding a demon. They're feeding you to that demon. That's exactly what Adam did in the Bible to Lilith. Okay? They threatened their children. They said, if you don't go back to this man, then we're going to kill 100 of your babies. And then when she didn't go back and they began to kill her babies, they put the responsibility on her. And a lot of people miss that. Like I've seen a lot of people make videos about Lilith, and a lot of people seem to skip completely over that. The way that if you leave a man, and you notice how a lot of them, I know a lot of y'all women have dealt with a man like that. Literally, you left him, and the first damn thing he did was he threatened y'all children that y'all had together. That is the same thing. It is a curse from that Bible. And it doesn't make any sense. And they hard at work today because today's Sunday. Because a lot of these men are just like alien beings. They're trying to siphon energy from you. Literally. Most people do need to let go. I've let go of this person, and this person wanted to contact me. It's been less than a week. And I've already got my new moon ritual ready. I don't know about y'all. The new moon is coming up, the last day of Mercury retrograde. Okay, the new moon is coming up. And if you guys want new moon work to cut these people out of your life, yes, you do have the right to do that. And they spend a lot of their free time. See, the reason why you left your ex is because he didn't want to get a damn job, or she wasn't doing nothing. And then after you left, all she had to do was sit around either on welfare or either sitting around not doing nothing, being taken care of by women and family members is what men do. And so they don't really have to do anything. If their energy was to go into taking care of themselves and everything wasn't handed and given to them, then they wouldn't still be stalking you. They would be busy at work. They would be busy like you're doing, right? So we all know what kind of stuff that they do. And you got to let them know, look, I don't want you. Leave me alone. Stop contacting me in any way. I had one of the, and he's not even, he wouldn't even be considered an ex because nothing happened between me and him, really. And he knows that he can't contact me directly. So what he did was he went to one of my channels and flagged one of my videos so that I could see his name on the email, because I want you to think about me. These people, they know that the little devices that they use, the devices, they iPhones and iPads that they use, they know that the little electrical devices that they use is not going to work on you anymore because you become quite resistant to EMF rays. This is sad how people, instead of them learning to be human, and I don't even think these people are human. I think that they are hell-bent on domination. So we've had people that have been born out of that, you know, religious witchcraft. And it's hard to tell if they're the bad guy or the good guy because all you see is churches supposedly doing community outreach. Yeah, musically inclined. It was a video entitled with his name, I tried to help this person. And it's nothing that I can do. Help yourself. Help yourself is what you got to do. When you've had the divine mommy turn on you, that means that you got to be pretty bad, because I'm a very forgiving and loving and compassionate person. But when you take advantage of that, that's when I'm going to invoke the goddess Lilith. I'm going to invoke her energy every time I go to sleep at night as well. Every single time until this is gone, until it's over completely. There's nothing else to discuss. There's nothing else that we need to talk about. And I'm telling you, some of these people are downright narcissists, and they made your life a living hell before you connected with them. And they're going to try to make your life a living hell after you let the stuff go. And it's got to come a time in your life when you let it go. Let it go. They don't ever want to let go because they don't have to. First of all, a lot of them are already married, and they'll brag about being married, which has nothing to do with why you know, because every married man don't act like that. But some of these couples is out here looking for people to feed on. And so that's why a woman would allow her husband or her man to cheat on her so that he can get off his sick, deviant, sexual deviant behavior and rocks off on you. So a person like this is not your ex. They can't even call themselves your ex. The fact that they are even trying to say that you're their ex is hilarious to me. That's not your ex. That's somebody that was cheating on a woman and was playing games. A person that truly loves you is going to leave you alone and let you go through it. If you wrong for breaking up with them, eventually you're going to figure that out. They don't even give you a break. They're constantly every single day, constantly all over the place, up and down, bothering you, harassing you, stalking you. They're full of crap and they got a demon on them. They got a demon on them riding their back, and they got to contact you because they don't know how to get rid of that demon. That ain't love. That ain't no kind of, you don't even recognize that stuff as love. Because it ain't about what you did when you was with that person. It was about what you did when they walked away from you, for real. Okay. So you got to understand. And if you're having that type of problem, and some of them are really, really hard to get rid of. Some of them are really, really, really hard to get rid of. It is demon possession. And the only reason why you hooked up with them in the first place is probably because it was demonic possession. That's why the whole relationship was nothing but hell. Because it wasn't meant for you to be with that person in any way. Let's just keep it real here. A man being envious of you, a man interrupting you while you working, a man doing stuff like that, he ain't worth it. He don't respect you. There's no love. There's no nothing. Because what he wanted and what he said was that he wanted you to starve to death, didn't he? And even tried to speak it into existence. But little did he know that you're a strong woman and your refrigerator was full. But then you had to get rid of the negative entities that he put over your mind, which caused you not to be able to eat or sleep. And really, if a spirit is bothering you, it's compelling you. It's compelling you to apologize to that person. But these people never apologize. A lot of people, if a person can't say, I'm sorry for what I put you through, then they not worth your time. Okay? And see, I'm the type of person to where I will apologize. Hey, my family videos. Hello, happy Sunday to you too. I'm the type of person to where I'll apologize even if I'm not wrong. And when you do that, it takes the power away from them. And so they start to feel that spirit rise up in them that's telling them to do the right thing and apologize and let it go. When somebody tells you, let it go. I don't care if it's your child, if it's a cousin. I don't care who it is. When somebody says, hey, listen, I need a break from you, and a person keeps pursuing you, that's not normal. That's not the normal behavior of a human being. So that's quite simply how you can find out that they're full of demons. They got to find somewhere to put those demons off on a woman. And many of them can't afford prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford working girls to do that with. So, you know, and you just got to be smart about the situation. For me personally, if somebody gives me any kind of sign that they don't want nothing to do with me, I'm gone. Exactly. Yeah, everybody does make mistakes. If you can admit, I know what my mistake was. My mistake was the very first response video that I made to those people. It really was, because what it did was they took it as though I wanted to be a part of that, and I don't. So that's why today I'm trying to take down every single video. I can't get in that Jamila Red account to take down a couple of the videos that I have on them. You know, I just don't want it anymore. I never did want it. I was like, really? You can't, since when are you winning a war when you're constantly focused on one person? When do you have time to take a shower? When do you have time to brush your teeth? You didn't even brush your teeth this morning and you was getting up flagging folks. That's not healthy. And yes, there are a lot of people with very unhealthy minds that are on YouTube. They are very unhealthy in their mindset. And it's just not good at all. It's sad, and they carry that sad energy. Well, I'm just so sad. I'm just so sad, and it's like, well, go be sad then. That's your choice to be sad. That wasn't my choice to be sad. That's why I left the situation with you in the first place, because I didn't want to be sad. And they don't see it, but you got to be smart enough to recognize it, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be smart enough to recognize it, because they don't see it. They have what I call a quote unquote stalker's mind, Some of them quite obviously are a part of that gang stalking program, which I'm not going to discuss on this channel. Even though it is a spiritual occurrence that you're experiencing, and there are spirits that will protect you from even their technological attacks, is what I'm telling you, because these people will use anything in the world. And it wasn't a real relationship to begin with them. I probably blocked you because you said something that I didn't agree with. I don't know. I don't even know your YouTube name. I don't even recognize YouTube chilling. So I don't even know what that account is. If I blocked you, it was probably because you were, I don't know, maybe one of my other moderators blocked you or whatever. And yeah, my mistake was participating in that for even 1 second, which was a huge mistake, because it's held me back on YouTube and it's held me back in other areas, because it's just constant. I mean, literally 24/7, these people are sitting there trying to get into your thoughts, trying to get into your head. This is not a normal person. This is not somebody that is normal. Unfortunately, some of us ended up hooked up and chilling with people like that. Okay, go ahead and block YouTube chilling. Black sector has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I already have. I don't even watch these people. I don't watch anybody on YouTube except for spiritual people. I don't watch a whole lot of the gossip channels, even though a lot of, hearing about stuff, okay, that's fine. But do I really care? That has nothing to do with my spiritual path. Nothing. Not some stalking man. A good man, yeah. That person has all the leeway in my life. But a man that is doing stuff like that, ladies, don't even do it. Don't give in to him. Call to Lilith, because Lilith is the one that I should have called to years ago, 15 years ago. The moment I had a child by somebody and left them was when I should have been working with Lilith, because that's the deity that you want to go for. Because if you continue to go for this other stuff, then that person is just going to continue to stalk you. That's just all it is to it. Okay. If that person caused nothing but problems and issues in your life purposely, then you know that they're full of it. And they're probably either an agent or either they're just a bad person. They're on the other side. They're not on the side that you're on. Because you know what? With all of my exes, I left their asses alone. And see, gang stalkers and stalkers, they don't want to be stalkers by themselves because they have very low self-esteem. They don't want to admit that they are too freaking cerebral and mind screwed that they can't stop even thinking about you. And a lot of people, there's a lot of videos on here saying, well, if you start thinking about a person, that means that they're thinking about you. But you don't have to think about that person, especially if they were toxic. So if you're not thinking about them, then they'll send you little messages and try to contact you in some kind of way. That's not normal. A real man or a real woman is going to step to you and say, hey, listen, I regret what happened before. And you still you can tell if they full of crap. You can tell if they're full of crap. And they waste, oh my God, they can waste years of your life. You ever see a woman that was married to a man and 13 years later, you still don't have a husband, but he got a wife, but he's still trying to control both of you? A lot of these men are polygamous by nature. They are just polygamous by nature. Now, there's some people that mate for life. Absolutely. But if you decide, hey, I don't want you to be my mate anymore, then that's just something that you're going to have to accept and quit bothering that person. I'm going to do a reading for stalkers today. Right now, I am about to do a reading for stalkers. If you are stalking your ex, you need to listen to this reading. You got a problem. You need to go get some either spiritual and or psychological help. You're going to have to do that. They don't want to hear it. They just want to blame it on you and say, no, you're stalking me. No, your inability to stop thinking about a person is not that other person stalking you all the time. Sometimes it's you. So you sit up here and wake up in the morning, oh, I'm thinking about this person and da-da-da-da, and I want to be. No, that person is not thinking about you equally all the time. In fact, if you did something unpleasant to that person is trying to forget about you. And that's just the reality of it. And this is what we see. And it started with the Bible, with the story of Lilith and Adam. You know, Adam sent out angels to stalk Lilith and threaten her. Those weren't angels. Those were something else. It's no different. Men and women are living within that Bible all the time. And it's bad because it will steal and destroy your life, especially when you just don't want nothing to do with that person. What the hell? You did the most. You said the most. It's over. You know what I noticed? I noticed that the cancers get the most views on this channel because statistically, if you were to look at the most stalked woman, it would be the Cancer, which is why, you know, in Lilith, her energy is because they went and found her by the Red Sea. You see the coding that's in there. So that may have been Lilith was having her period. They went and stalked this woman. This woman was by the water and they went out and stalked this person and threatened her. Same difference with a lot of women in society. And I don't really think it's government. I just think it's people that get together. Those people may be on government benefits. That might be why the government is allowing them to do it, because they don't have anything else to do. Okay. Exactly, T-Jack. I mean, cancers get cross-watchers. People cross-watch the cancer so that they can go and say, well, I want to make sure that this person is not. No, that's not your job. And you know what? Lilith gives us freedom from that. She does. And she will fight and she will win. She keeps winning. Why do you think certain stalkers end up committing suicide? It's not your job to pull this person out of their funk. It's their job. Everybody has to be responsible for themselves. Otherwise, you can tear yourself down and destroy yourself trying to help and save them. I don't think so. Y'all need to get out of that stuff. Y'all got to get out of that stuff. That stuff ain't good. And what it does is it just wastes your time. Your time is being wasted. Remember the hashtag waste her time, waste his time. 2018 and 2019, that was a demonic thing. Though anybody that said that was a demon, that's why you knew not to hook up with them. Just the reality of it, seriously. And of course, the narcissist ex is going to be full of excuses. Full of excuses. You said this about my mama. You told people this. Well, I wasn't being disrespectful when I did it. You said it, just looking for anything to try to connect with your energy. Jacqueline Gaines, if you have abilities, there's going to be several different signs, but you would have to get it narrowed down by a practitioner that can tell you. So I do readings for people all the time, explaining to them their abilities and then connecting it with certain things that they have had. Once you figure that out, then you know that you're fine. If your ex caused problems in your life previously, they're going to continue to cause it. And that's what they want to do. That's why they're calling. You're welcome, Jacqueline. That's why they're calling. Right, exactly. Because their mind keeps saying, I got to contact this person. I got to reach out to this person. No. Okay, no. I am talking about the millions of women that are being stalked by men. I am talking about the millions of men that are being stalked by women. That's what I'm talking about. This is a spiritual thing that you can get rid of in your life. Just call to Lilith. We're going to do a Lilith invocation today. We're going to have to invoke Lilith like every other day, ain't we? I wouldn't waste one more millisecond on your ex and their problems, because their problems was there before you came along. And by some strange thing, they think that you was supposed to fix their issues. No, nobody is responsible to fix your problems and your issues but you. Nobody. Okay? Just the reality of it. If your ex continuously stalks you and pursues you, he ain't got no respect. He don't respect you. That person doesn't respect you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Vegas says, answering the title, they are an ex for a reason. People aren't just dropped or discarded for no reason. Exactly. Once you're dropped, you're dropped. Not picking you back up for no reason. Finished, done. Exactly. Exactly. And I did my own breakup work for this one person. And that person still can't take a hint. They still don't understand the maniac and the deviant that they are. Starry Star said, yeah, this Aries season has a lot to do with it, because my ex has been trying his hardest to pick fights with me. Probably. Okay. If you're an ex of mine or a person that I used to talk to, then this hangout is only making you feel bad about what you did, about what you're doing. Statistically, if somebody's going to break up, they have to split up for a little while longer than just 3 days. You can't claim that you're missing somebody and lonely after 3 days. It just ain't going to happen. Yeah. Wow, I read your words remind me of the tree. Can't remember whom did the video. Apart from it was a man dressed as a woman. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. There's certain things about people that, and they're weird things, and you just don't want to be a part of that. It's just this weirdness. That person may have necrophilia. That person may have an obsession with, you know, yeah, it's an obsession. So it is what it is. Anyway, ladies, I will see y'all later, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just for women. This is for men too, because there's female stalkers out there too that will stalk you for years. And it's like, well, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me? Nobody will ever understand it. Nobody. It's just, it's so weird. And you know they're full of it because it's only been like 3 days or a week. That person has not had time to think about what they did. In fact, they're probably going to do the same exact thing that they did to make you not want to be cool with them no more. So, and to the people that's saying that this is about that dude on YouTube, you're not considered to be my ex at all. You consider yourself to be my ex. I don't consider you to be my ex. And you wouldn't even be somebody that I would date or be serious about with the things that you did. Right, exactly. People are mad because you can move on and they can't, so they try and punish you for it. When they see you, you know, literally the past 3 days I've been working and getting stuff done for my clients, and this person just been all over the place. Just all over the damn place, just going and going and going and going and going and going and going like a freaking Energizer bunny. And I use fire magic for those people. I use fire magic for those people. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I gotta go. If you guys have somebody that is stalking you and you're not feeling well, and you know, you kind of feel like, oh my God, things are getting bad. You're feeling anxiety. You're having anxiety attacks. You can't breathe. You can't think. You can't eat. You need a cleanse. And you also need protection. And like I said, I am using Lilith, Lucifer, and Astara to protect me. It's who I'm using. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. Peace and love and blessings to you guys. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Make sure that you're putting up your spiritual armor, because this is very real. And witchcraft should have never been used so that you can stalk your ex, because that's not witchcraft. That's demon craft. That's somebody that's demonic, that's trying to feed off of you, discredit you, especially when they've already shown themselves as being a gang stalker. So it ain't nobody else's fault. You need to get out of your gang then, okay? Get out of the gang. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.